Welcome everybody, David here, NewView Safety Coach. Today we've got a message from one of our channel partners, HOPLAB from Southpack International. I forgot the name then. Oh, too much coffee or not enough coffee. So today we've got with us Tim Fitch, who's the Hop and Safety Innovation Specialist from HOPLAB. And we also have as well special guest Katie Brown, Director of Marketing Communications at HOPLAB as well, to come along and talk about this special announcement. So I'll hand it straight over to you, Katie. What's the announcement? What are we talking about today?
Yeah, David, we're excited. We've hit the month of July, which means we're heading to Canada in a couple of weeks.
Wow.
Our 3-day Hop and Learning Teams course over in Calgary from the 16th to the 18th of July with Tim.
Fabulous. Okay, so why Canada?
We've been delivering hop training here in Australia and New Zealand since 2017. And a couple of years ago when we started running virtual courses as well as our face-to-face courses, we noticed a couple of sort of participants starting to join from other time zones, Brazil, South Africa, the odd one from North America. And at first we thought maybe it was a mistake and they didn't realize what time it was going to be. And we had to tell them, you might be up at midnight doing this course. And they said, no, that's what we want. We're fully aware of that. We're coming on. We want to do it. And then more and more, the numbers from North America started to grow. Obviously, hop is exploding over in North America at the moment. There's a lot of companies starting to engage in that space, and a lot of safety professionals looking for training to upskill themselves. So we thought rather than them having to stay up through the night and join our course virtually, we'd pop over there. So Tim's heading to Canada to deliver our public Hop and Learning Teams course face-to-face in Canada this month, which is super exciting.
Awesome. So Tim, you're heading from sunny Cairns all the way over to chilly Canada.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm going over at the right time. It's not so chilly when I get over there. So
yeah, right, okay.
It's a bit warmer, which is good. Catching the last couple of days of the Calgary Stampede, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so it's going to be an exciting time over there. There's going to be lots of people around. I'm really excited to deliver Hop and Learning Team, Human and Organisational Performance, and learning team sessions there, which we've sort of revamped it up for the Calgary trip.
Right, okay.
It's a new redesign where we're doing more practical applications on learning teams, especially on day 3. And I really think the people that will be attending will get some really golden nuggets that they can take away with them, and actually come day 4, they can start running it themselves,
Right, okay.
Plenty of support, plenty of resources available through our HOPLAB page as well.
Right, okay. Fabulous. Well, and I know a little bit about you because I know you personally, we've met and stuff like that. But if you give people a bit of an insight as to who you are and what you can bring to the Canadian companies from your experience here in Australia.
Yeah, sure. So I joined Southpack back in end of January this year.
Yep.
Prior to that, I completed almost 9 years with Mitchell Services, which is a drilling services company in Australia, where I was a lead HSE with the company and working with Josh Bryant. Back in the day in 2017, we started the HOP journey and went along, thought we'd found religion in regards to drinking the Kool-Aid, I suppose, of NewView safety differently. And it really gelled with us as an organisation where we could run with what was going to work for us, and we're able to integrate it into our business really easily, using the HOP principles to improve our company. So, working with that, Josh actually got the leadership team on board, Andrew Elf, the CEO, and it actually filtered down from the top down. And I was out there in the field with Josh doing the more field integration side of things with our supervisors, and also looking at how we could improve the safety of work for our frontline workers, and all that through the lens of HOP. And so it really helped us become more effective as an operational drilling company.
Yeah.
And we started to see a lot of tangible outcomes in our retention rate, increase. So we actually maintained our people. There wasn't as great turnover. And there was a lot of trust that came from our workers and wanting to stay and wanting to open up through reporting near misses, potential high potential events and things like that. So we could actually learn from them and not looking at blaming and punishing people,
Right.
which is part of the core principle side of things, with HOP. So I brought across nearly 10 years, a decade of HOP practical applications to Southpack, where I can actually pass those practical examples to those attending the HOP course. So
I was just thinking that, Tim, while you were talking. I don't know, off the top of my head, I don't know if there's anybody else in Australia who has as much experience as you do in the drilling resources sector, or the resource sector in general, in implementing HOP. I think you'd have to be up there, wouldn't you, with one of the top 3 or 4 people in Australia with the most experience?
Yeah, I haven't really looked at it like that, David, to be honest. Just get on with it. It's HOP I'm really passionate about. It, like the values, the principles align with my own personal values, so it made it easy for me to go out and walk the talk, and walk the walk, whatever which way you want to look at it. But it made it very, very easy for me to go out there and speak to the frontline workers and through that HOP lens, helping to improve, with the supervisors and the leadership team.
Yeah, Roger. I know there's a lot of similarities between Australia and Canada, just off the top of my head. They're both heavily resource centered countries and continents, as it were. But what are you expecting to be the major differences between there before you even get there?
Well, I think when you boil it all down, there'll be so many similarities. I don't think that the main differences will probably be weather, but we've also got our extremes here in Australia as well.
Exactly.
So, I'm really curious to see what their challenges are and to see what we can do to work with them, because it's about working with them and not to them, and finding out the challenges, giving them enough ammunition to go out to actually have those discussions with their workers, to find out the frustrating parts of work, and through that HOP lens, making those improvements.
Yeah, awesome. All right, well, why don't we bring it up onto the stage and have a look so we can talk it through. Katie, you may want to jump in here and talk us through this, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, so this is our 3-day course. As I said, we've basically been running this since 2017, so it's a well-established course. The course has developed over time and matured and become a really, really valuable course for people. The first day does cover the HOP principles in quite a lot of detail. And then we get through days 2 and 3 are more focused on operational learning and the tools that you'll need to be able to, live and breathe those HOP principles and bring them to action in your organisation. So it's highly practical. You've got Tim facilitating and guiding you through with his practical examples and his own lived experience as well, which I think adds a lot of value to the course. So it's a great 3 days. It's not super long time. You don't need to give up the whole week. And each day, we know from having seen the participants go through it every day or every night, they can't wait to get back the next day and keep going, and they get more and more out of it as the course goes on. So it's a great few days.
Right. Great. I can see as well from here, for people who aren't in Canada watching this, there's also going to be 3-day HOPLABs, 3-day workshops later on in the year for other places. Well, over here in Perth in August, Brisbane in September, and virtually in October. So for those people who can't attend or can't make it to any of those events, then you've got that virtual element there as well, which is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, great. Well, I guess I'm going to put this link down in the description below. If people have got any questions, I'm sure they can reach out straight on there as well. I might put Tim's LinkedIn profile on there as well, if that's right with you, Tim, so people can reach out to you directly if they've got any questions. Obviously, you're going to be going over there, actually facilitating it. Yeah, and then this is going to be amazing. Hopefully, when you get over there, there'll be a big Canadian welcome. We'll have lots of maple syrup and pancakes to have, and it'll be all fun for you, Tim. Is anybody else going over with you, or is it just yourself?
No, it's just myself. So yeah, it'd be interesting times.
It will. It certainly will. Well, thank you both very much for coming along and sharing this news. Very much appreciated, and I will get it. I'll get it out on video as soon as possible, and then we'll see what happens.
Thanks, David.
Great. Thanks, David.
Take care.
Cheers.